Chess nerds, what's up? You gotta be kidding me. What's up? Oh my god. Alright, here we are again, another Tuesday. Pawnda Rapid Arena this time. Pawnda Rapid Arena. Mr. Slow is here. Asterbait is here. Cheesy Noob. Hope I don't lose to Cheesy Noob again. Alright guys, 1 minute till the tournament starts. It's 7+3. Rapid, casual. Bobby Fischer quote. Thank God no Jennifer Shahadi quote. Thanks Asterbait for the Ken Rogoff. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Move 11 has resubscribed. Wow, Move 11 resubscribed 101 months in a row. He's resubscribed, our first 101 month subscriber. Yes, I'm officially old. We're still doing this. Alright, let's do it, guys. What's up? Tournament about to start. Sorry I couldn't be with you earlier for the run-up. We got Sparkle Horse, AIM, El Shakmat, Cheesy Noob, Kuranaki, Miles the Miasmic, George Ukraine, Mr. Slow, Asterbait, and, well, Asterbait, bro, what's your rating? Bro, Asterbait's rating is 1812. Asterbait 1812? Oh my god. First I get Cheesy Noob in the first game? 1812. We're almost at the Civil War. Asterbait, have you been over 1800 before? Oh. Tear it down, I say. Oh, this looks like our last game with reverse colors. That's weird. Don't play knight c6. Just promise you don't do that. Boom. There it is. Oops. That's an old rating. Old? Wow. It's an old rating. Who would have guessed? I thought it was a new old rating. Wow. Yeah, because you always play 30 minute, so it's like classicals. You get a lot of classical. Mr. Classical, they call you. That's a good rating, though, Asterbait, 1800. Getting you... I think you're higher rated than Mr. Slowhand. Oh, my God. Wait, is that Blitz or Rapid? No. Alright. This is weird, dude. Cheesy Noob is a very strange player. We've talked a lot about this. No, why not Berserk? Since you're so fast anyway. Yeah, you give up the increment. I've been playing a lot of extracurricular Blitz, like 3-2 and 5-0 casual, so my pace is like a little bit more like that. You might think I'm playing kind of quickly or whatever. Yeah, Cheesy Noob is 2130. That's phew, bro, very high rated. No love for bishops there. He has serious issues. What's up? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Asterbait, you're not the only one in the room. Stop absorbing all the oxygen. No, I'm just kidding. Space race. A new space race. Okay. What do I do? Sack the exchange? Never. I give up. This is crazy. Prophylactic Pro. Sayanti Dewey changes their flag every day. That's really weird. Now you're from the communist state of Georgia. Okay. Georgia falling under the Russian influence now. Not going to be heading to Georgia anytime soon. Maybe Atlanta, Georgia. Damn, dude. Atlanta it is. Man, cheesy new, unbelievable play here. The worst Stonewall I ever saw. It looks good now. Why knight a5? Wow, knight a5. On the side. On the queen side. Move 11, all the regulars. Zeus. Don't let Asteroid give you the perps. Perp walk. You perp. Perpendiculars. You know, he went a little astray with knight a5. White had been facing some serious issues, I think, up till there. Not planning on f4. What's odd is that Black's thinking in this position. I'm going to math this out now. Pawn takes a5. I'm up a knight. You take on e2 with check. You got a pawn for the knight. I move my king. Then you take my rook. You win an exchange. So you got a pawn in the exchange. Yeah, but it still doesn't math out. That doesn't math out. You don't have enough for the piece in this variation. What would make him play like that? That's very weird. Weird. Oh, I see. Now I understand. Oh my god. What the hell am I doing? I don't understand what I'm doing. He's playing too much 1-minute chess. He has to have more time than me. He missed a strong move. Queen takes a3, instead going this other way. So however fast I play, Cheesy Noob has to play faster, it seems like. That seems to be the modus operandi. He has to one-up you on the fastness. Has a very strong score against me. Weird. What do I do now? King F1? That's a strong move. Obviously not. He just insta-plays these moves. He doesn't even think about his moves. It's crazy. $52,000 games. And only 5,000 of them are bullet. He has 36,000 blitz games. That's crazy. E4. That's great for me, huh? Holy shit. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be losing the exchange. Or maybe not. disturbing how fast this player plays, like with no regard for the time control at all. I'm an international master. He's not. Just want to point that out. Do I need that bishop to cover? I can blockade. I enjoy playing against this player so much over the years. I can't tell you guys how much I enjoy our games. Not quite as much as Move 11. Move 11, actually, I enjoy playing against you. I enjoy playing against Asterbait. I don't enjoy playing against Cheesy Noob. It's sort of like being tortured. I don't know. I'm being tortured. One abstract idea after the next. Bishop takes. Yeah, I guess. Let the torture continue. God, this is a long time control, huh? Now I understand why people they like playing bullet chess. Don't have to think. Thinking hurts. Yeah, when you're used to playing like 3-0, 3-2. No, this is the first time in the game he's actually started thinking. That's weird. Why start thinking now? He has a kind of cheapo, I think. I think that you think that I think. The cheapo. Very important move. First we play this. Attacking his rook. Then we attack the nugget. Attack the nugget. Attack the nugget and take. Oh no. Oh no. You must have some sort of tactical cheapo, because you always do. Asterbait's in first place. What the heck? You got 2 wins already, Asterbait. You're like the lowest rated player in the tournament. And you already got 2 wins? How did you do that? Can't see. I can't see. Why can't I see the results? They gotta improve this cross table thing. Come on, man. I mean, you could so improve the cross tables. Oh no. Bishop there? Look. Another cheapo. Check. The pain just continues. My knight's trapped. No. God, when will this be over? It'll like never be over. It's like a nightmare scenario. He would never resign, dude. In a lost position. GitHub. Well, it's not really an issue. It's a suggestion, but they don't like my suggestions. All right, they don't like Swiss tournaments either. They hate Swiss tournaments. Oh, this is an arena. That's right. I forgot it's not a Swiss. Maybe they wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'd like to see. Yeah, it works though. I shouldn't complain. Now I can see who Asturbate's played. But it'd be nice to see this while I'm playing. I guess I could have two windows open. It's open source. Oh, okay. Notchess.com. Yeah, Asturbate beat El Shakmat and Napabu with the forfeit win. That's how he did that. I wondered how you did that. God. Asturbate in first place. Get a photo of that. So, Mr. Slow, are you here? He's playing Sun Prism, who's entered the tournament. We now have 13 players. Anybody want to join the team? I don't know. I'm like, I think there's no oxygen in the room again. I really gotta fix that. Every time I have a stream, I'm like, oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. I can't control this. Alright. I'm doing crazy shit. No oxygen. My brain doesn't work without oxygen. Nerds. Need like bad music for my stream. Oh, Jesus Christ. Good evening, guys. Let's keep fair play. Fair play, the fair play department will be here to review your games. Sack Draw, wow. There's a name we haven't seen in a while. Cheesy Noob still here. Emperor Harry, that's new. I still feel like people are missing. Oh, I'm so tired, bro. I didn't do anything today, and I'm still tired. Maybe that's why I'm tired. For lack of doing anything. Alright. So Asturbate's still dominating in first place. It's kind of a long time control. 7+3, I admit. But if it's too slow, you can berserk. I had to turn on the air conditioner so some oxygen would come in my room. Because I can't feel my brain. Yasmin just subscribed over on on Video Chess Training on YouTube. On YouTube. I said that. On YouTube. Move 11 with 101 months in a row subscribed here on Twitch. Yes. Ooh, Bob was really annoying last stream, huh? I think he offended Nefidov. Nefidov just like resigned in my simul game. Not yesterday, but Sunday night. Bob's annoying. But, you know, you can't let people bother you. It's like Kramnik and... You just got to ignore the haters, the trolls. English. Yeah, English. Alright. What am I going to do? You can't let trolls bother you. I could take my time. You know? Yeah, here's the big question. I mean, do you play E5, E6, or C5? I was actually thinking of playing C5 in the tournament. C5's okay. It's a type, obviously a type of symmetrical English now. E5 and E6 and E5 are the most common moves there. Block function works well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nefidov resigned against me in like a winning position in the simul. I just assume it's because Bob was trolling him. But Nefidov started to do that a lot lately. He's very grumpy, you know. But maybe it was really an accident. Or you know, something came up. But he's done this like multiple times lately that he just like leaves the game. He was winning against me. All right, knight F3. Yeah, what was the plan there? That's an unusual move order. You're going to transfer from E4 Okay, I think I looked at this. What's this? Mr. Slow Dangerous. You know, people that play the English and they can transfer to e4. He plays every opening. c4, d4, e4. Most English players don't have that capability. That was the thing. I was preparing for somebody who played the English regularly. Who was that? No, I don't remember. We have to analyze our own games. Mr. Slow, you really surprised me there. I thought you're gonna play d4. You didn't go for it. I have to say I am surprised. Nothing wrong with the move you played, but not what I anticipated. After all that, he doesn't pull the trigger. Having said that, he can still play d4. Good to see you, Mr. Coffee. Happy Thanksgiving. No, when's Thanksgiving, guys? 2 weeks? I had this in a team game years ago. Orosh Robert. Now I remember. The FIDE Master. Maybe he didn't put his knight on f3, though. It's kind of like a bad hedgehog for black, I feel like. No, I don't know what it is. It's part hedgehog, part closed Sicilian. I think Orosh Robert put his knight on e2. Oh, it's Veterans Day, right. That's weird, though. It's weird to have a holiday on a Tuesday. There's something very strange about that. That explains a lot, actually. Yeah, hard to keep track of American holidays while you're living in Europe. But thanks Move 11, by the way, for 101 months. He's only subscribed for 101 months. Mr. So with the delayed open Sicilian. That's obviously a completely reasonable thing to do. A completely reasonable thing to do. B, now it's an open Sicilian. They always have it on the 11th. Ah, that's deep. You know how long it's been since I lived in the United States year-round? Oh my god. Well, a long time. Hard to adjust to Hungarian, weird Hungarian holidays. Hungarian. Anishgirian. Alright. I can't figure out what to do. Alright. Bishop b7, e5, takes. Bishop e7 is okay. If it's okay with you, it's okay with me. It's like a hedgehog, but it's not. How about bishop f4? According to my records, you live in Pennsylvania. Ooh, no. No, that's just my postal address for something. I don't technically live anywhere. Yeah, that's right. I should become a Pennsylvania resident. Then they'll call me for jury duty, Mr. Coffee. How am I going to get out of jury duty if I live in Pennsylvania? Nah, can't do that. John Fetterman. What a great representative. Alright, so e5, knight d7, castles e5, bishop takes g2, pawn takes d6, fuck do I do there? I bring my bishop back. Yeah, you can do that. That's legal. Legal tender. The other day I thought I was getting a cold, and it turns out I'm not. Isn't that great? Great news. I'm not getting sick. Yeah, Mr. Slow is just brutal, dude. He's just brutal. And he's rated 2030. Look at his ratings. 1300 in Chess 960. He wants to play Chess 960 Bullet or something. Oh no. Bishop A3. How am I going to deal with that? Sorry, hold on here for a second. How do I deal with all of these threats? This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, there's too many threats. I don't even know where to start. This is insane. Astrobate's still in first place. Not for long. Mr. Slow, you could say, he's kind of the opposite of Cheesy Noob, because he tries to play the best move, but he's fast too. But move wise, he's better than Cheesy Noob, but his rating's a lot lower. Just tell them you can't go. Tell them you can't go. I have diarrhea. I can't go. Man, last time they were like really aggressive with me. I kept getting these notifications, and I hadn't lived in Massachusetts for, forever. All right. You can't go. If you can't go to jury duty, you can't go. All right. Mr. Coffee, I found my baseball. I got my baseball. Autographed baseball. I thought it was missing, but it was in the last package. I just don't know whose signatures are on it. Can I use like ChatGPT to like analyze old baseball signatures on a baseball? To reverse engineer who signed it? Do you think that'll work? I don't remember who signed this baseball. Some 80s era baseball players. Maybe we can figure out the signatures. What do we get now? Bishop E2, Rook D8. I mean, I know that some of the players were from the Phillies, but not necessarily. We could have been like visiting players. I don't remember. I think it might have been signed by various people at various times. Don't know the teams. Guys, I'm going to run out of time. It has like 5 signatures. Some are more faded than others. I can't remember. Boy, this is annoying. I hate playing Mr. Slow. Did I say that about Cheesy Noob too? Especially if it's a lesser known player. One of the signatures is really, really brighter than the others. I think I'll be able to figure that one out. It looks like Ron. Ron? What's the pick of it? Maybe I'll do that in Discord later. I'm still alive against the deadly Mr. Slow. This game is a nightmare. He's scary no matter what. Now I did it. I weakened my rook on d8. What's my plan? If I play a6, my pawn on b6 is weak. So my plan is to go back to f6 with my knight. Then play a6. Now he kind of prevented that. That's annoying. I could still play a6. But leads to problems with bishop d4. Problems. Problems solved. Perfect game by white. I just wanted Mr. Coffee to know I got my baseball, because the Hungarian Post opens all my packages, and I don't have like an inventory of everything that was in every package, so I don't know what they take out and steal. But Hungarians would be unlikely to steal baseballs. What would they do with baseballs? No market for signed baseballs in Hungary. Okay. Yeah, it's really annoying. They every package is like open and they're like, oh, sorry, it was damaged. But the FSB goes for every package. Or whatever. Oh my god, B4. Jesse, don't do it. Jesse tried to play b5 and knight c6 against me. And a hedgehog. Making me Jesse's girl. No, that didn't happen. Alright. What are we gonna do? I need a plan. God damn it. What's my plan? Mr. Slow is evil. He's fucking evil. DHL. Oh god. Yeah, I didn't go to DHL. But they probably would have charged just as much. I guess because I sent it like the cheaper way. I don't get maximum security guarantees. If it was like, what do you call it? Priority from the post office. Mr. Slow's rating is absurd. I guess he has motivational problems or something. I mean, why is his rating so low? But against me, he plays like a master. It was $400 to send a package that gets opened. Whoa. Damn. Alright. That was the cheapest option. I'm lucky I could send it all. It's not so bad. I think some people have issues with motivation. They only care or try hard if they play high-rated players. So try hard. Try hard 3. Jesus, dude. Bruce Willis in the news for his increasing Alzheimer's. What am I gonna do? Jesus, dude. What? The cheapo effect. He was actually better at near the end there. The entire game, Mr. Slow played 1 inaccuracy. And I had 1 mistake. That's ridiculous. His overall score against me is 216.5 to 150.5. But most of those games are simul games. Jules Verne. One of the only players with a winning score against me on lichess, but again, mostly simul games. He takes the simul games very seriously. Yeah, Bruce Willis cutting way back on the rated games lately. Alright, Miles and Miasmic and Asprey tied for first. Ruslan Bear added again. Cheesy Noob. I'm in 5th place. Sack draw in 6th. Yeah. I wish you guys all get lots of pairings with Mr. Slow. Move 11 has joined the event. Kel Art, another strong player. This player just didn't show up. Now they're here. They're playing some other games. That's weird. That's weird. The AIM from Georgia now. I don't think they like this time control. So not Pabu. What happened to them? They lost 2. Now Pabu has a very high bullet rating. Oh, good. Ruslan. 74. 774. He plays C4. Hey, Ruslan, C4. Alright, I washed my dreadlocks today. No, I don't have dreadlocks, but it feels like it. Predator Badlands. Sorry, too much action for me. Has anybody gone to see Predator Badlands? My son would probably like it. A lot of action. Alright, too much action, man. Let's do this. You ever play a Scotch? Scotch sucks. I mean, it seems like it sucks. No. I just don't think the Scotch is great. Ruslan Bear playing the Tarash. I mean, it's playable, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I never was interested in the Scotch. Kasparov was trying to play the Scotch. Brought it back into popularity a little bit years ago, but life's too short. So Ruslan Bear with the strange move order transposes to mainline Tarash. I never remember Ruslan Bear playing the Tarash, by the way. This is a totally new one. I don't know what he plays, but it wasn't the Tarash. A6, also a novelty. I've literally never seen anyone do that. Huh. Well, who knows? Why not? Some Scotch. I don't even... drinking Scotch, maybe. Knight C6, BC6, Knight A4. A lot of people play the Scotch 4 Knights, but that seems even dumber. Again, it's also playable. I don't know, it seems to lead to a lot of simplification. But it's a kind of good starter opening, I would imagine, the Scotch Four Knights, anyway. Scotch is more complex, regular Scotch. But you know the problem with it? I mean, one thing is that a lot of simplification, really, because of that first exchange of pawns so early in the game. What am I doing? I can't play bishop c5. Actually, I could take with the rook. Oh, I play bishop d4. Okay. Man, he's studying. Nothing's interesting. And then you die. Yeah, all the Scotch Four Knights are nothing. All the Four Knights is nothing. Chess is nothing. Chess is a forced draw. Pick an opening. It's like harmless. Yeah, I tried playing that with Blitz games. Who plays Scotch among good players? Like Gawain Jones? Mr. Slow's favorite? Everyone plays the Catalan. Everyone plays the Caro-Kann, and everyone plays the London system. Yeah, but I guess GM Smurfette, you're all about playing bullet chess, you know. If that's your priority, then playing an opening on autopilot is fine. But if we're trying to play in serious tournaments, it's a different story. I'm getting the impression you're all about bullet. I don't know who you are, but playing gambits with like move 3 on move 3 and move 4 in bullet games. This is not for serious tournaments. The Smith Morra is not for serious chess. That's fine. Ruslan Bear, different. I mean, 1690. Everybody's a genius. The problem with the Catalan, like a lot of things that are trendy, is that everyone knows how to play against it. Suddenly I feel like I'm talking like Emery Tate. You know, if you play trendy openings, everyone knows how to play against it. That's the issue. Catalan, very trendy. What else? London system, very trendy. Everyone knows how to play against it. You get no surprise value. Queen b5. Look how fast he is. This is crazy. He's 1690. Bro, whatever. At some point, did Ruslan Bear have 2 accounts or something? They had another account before. And I don't know what happened to it. There was definitely another account. That's been a long time ago. It was Ruslan something else. I mean, it had to be like a very similar name. They slightly changed it. We're talking like years ago, though. You don't have a clue what is trending? Come on. What do you mean? You're like... Play chess online? That's what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ, dude. So much bullet chess. You took with the bishop. So he plays like a almost perfect game. All to just like drop his pawn on c6. Finally. There's a method to his madness. Some sort of method to Black's madness. Do you think? No. No, it's just totally absurd. Played almost a perfect game. The online is infested. Exactly. Well, it's the same. There is no other chess world. There's only one chess world. And most of it's online. Unfortunately, you know, it would be good if it was like not one chess world, but we could separate over the board chess and online chess. That would be good, but unfortunately they're inseparable. Yeah, he's totally lost his mind. Waste of talent. What? Miles is still in first place. Cheesy Noob now in second. Cheesy Noob in first. Coming back after two. He opens with 3 losses out of 4. Berserking every game is the secret. Miles the Miasmic, 4-0. Miles has a 2447 performance rating. Just want to mention that. Oh God, not again. Now, Cheesy Noob was playing the Caro-Kann and suddenly plays the Sicilian. This seems weird. He never played the Sicilian. And now he suddenly plays the Sicilian. That's a big life change. Miles is almost an NM, really? Really? Well, he has a very low rapid rating for that strength. But some people just don't care about their online ratings. You know everything, Smurfette. We just don't know who you are. But you know everyone else. It's not fair. You know everyone else, but they don't know you. He says at my peak I've fallen off recently. Gossip hounds. Cheesy Noob playing. What am I doing here? I have a bad feeling about this. Wait for it. Threatening d5. Yeah, he stops d5. Okay. It basically turns into what looks a lot like an accelerated dragon. He likes knights. What do you do if your opponent likes knights? What do you get them for Christmas? H6, bishop f6. Serious now, I don't know what to do. That is my bad bishop, I guess. Plus, if you're playing Cheesy Noob, you gotta take their knights away and leave them with bishops because they hate bishops. His girlfriend is an up-and-coming player. See? Smurfette knows all these weird facts. How do you know random facts about random people? That's crazy. That's scary. Okay. The online chess world. Oh no, knight a4. Wait for it. What are you going to do about that? Cheesy Noob is helpless without their knights, man. I mean, this is really bad. With only one knight, how is Cheesy Noob going to play? Without the knight pair? It's weird, man. Queen's almost trapped. Chess players have girlfriends. Alright, now I've heard it all. So, what's my plan? Well, see, that a6 comes back to haunt you. You know, I've been there, and I know from experience that this is an issue. The a6 gives you b65 problems. I wouldn't want to be there with black, you know, having to deal with that. We looked at a6 ideas in the Accelerated Dragon, similar lines, and you feel like you're playing the advanced French or something here. But what do you do with that? The knight coming into c5. He helped me, like, playing knight a3, b4, knight a4 with tempo. And still he might be okay. But I definitely prefer white. We gotta math this out again. See, you're not supposed to be able to do that. Cheesy Noob with the impulsivity. Do I go for knight takes a6? Are you really... You don't mind that I have knight takes a6? You think he just missed it? Or maybe there's some deep and devious plan there. Look at that. Knight takes a6. b5. If knight c5, rook takes a3. Knight a6, b5, knight c7. And my knight is, like, trapped in there. But I don't know. My other option is interesting. Knight b7, attacking the queen. Queen goes to b8. I put the knight on d6. They can trade the knight off with knight c8. Yeah, I don't know. I feel safer with this. I'm not going to grab the pawn. I'm still better. Maybe I'm better in all lines. Knight c8. Yeah, he's going to just listen to the stream and play whatever I say, right? Queen e2. See? Instantly kicks out the move I said. With the time advantage. Of course, white is much better. Not that much better, actually. So I made a mistake. I should have taken the pawn. I gave it up when I started having kids. When you quit your sorority. When I first started streaming, there was this troll who pretended to be a woman, and they had in their profile that they were like playing chess, but sorority kept them so busy that they couldn't play too much. I always wondered who that was. That was like 8 years ago. Once they were using a computer at some point against me, but they might have had human assistance as well. I always wonder about that. Okay, h5, knight back. I don't know about this. Shit. Where's my attack? Oh, maybe I should sack the exchange. It's kind of a cool idea. Haha, you can't escape it. What can I escape? Life? Chess players escaping life. Chess was my escape. When I almost ended up on the Jerry Springer show. Damn. Oh, queenside majority. Oh my god. The blockade. Bro, what am I gonna do? We gotta be careful. Yeah, this is dangerous. Am I lost yet? Maybe. Unclear. Oh my god, it just keeps going. No way. Doesn't even use time for his moves. I guess that's an easy one. The queening with that check is really annoying, bro. Wait. Yeah. Hard to defend this. Man, that sucks. I like how he blew me away on time and on position. Chess is easy, then you die. Sees everything. It's just ridiculous. Wow. I just want to check the analysis board here. One inaccuracy, one mistake for the whole game. No, it's not mate. It's not. It's not mate. Nefidov, you're wrong. My king goes up to h3. What a good game by Cheesy Noob. If you have it's not mate. My king goes to h3. And my king can go up to like h3 and g4. I mean, he's winning with queen g1, but it's still not mate. They're both winning. But I don't think it's any better than what he did. This is strange that Cheesy Noob has such a dominant score. Did they berserk against me? No. Alright, well, if I cared about competition, I would have berserked, but... We're just here to play bullet chess. I just come here and, you know, I look for the positive thoughts. Treat my depression. I come here to treat my depression. Cheesing it with 18 points. Now, never played the Sicilian before. Till last week. It's crazy. I think they're like 2-0 against me with the Sicilian. Now, why did you leave the Simul in a winning position against me? Oh, beer is a good idea. You know that I have a couple beers, but the brown beer might be... You might be right about brown beer there. Brown beer is dangerous, though. Brown beers. Polar beers. You would think like brown beers would be less dangerous than normal beers, but black beers. I think I prefer black beers. El Shachmat seems kind of rusty. B3 is a pretty crazy thing to play, but you know, what am I gonna do? Knight G4. That's also stupid. It's all so stupid. Yeah, why not? Well, I'm asking for it. Knight G4, Knight G4. What does it do? B3 is brilliant. That's a brilliant move. Seriously. So what am I going to do? Black bear. But where are black bears? Native? They're native to the United States? They're not native to Europe, right? They're only native to the United States? I'm confused about bears, you know. I'm confused about black bears and brown bears. I get the grizzly bears, Kodiak bears, and polar bears. But I'm a little unclear about black bears versus brown bears. bears eat Japanese people. Fact. Yeah. Grim joke. Sorry. The Japanese had to like send the army out to like kill bears because they've been having a lot of problems with bears. Beet juice. That sounds like a stream title. Beet juice is delicious. Oh, it's an office quote. Okay. Yeah, I never watched The Office. I feel like it's too late, you know? It would be too late to watch it at this point. You like, missed the... I've seen, like, isolated episodes, but... Oh, Al Shakmat has, like, bear prints. Those are dogs, I guess. They just hung their rook on Pre's whole thing. I thought he was a genius for playing b3, and then he like hung his rook. That's pretty funny. He just wasn't aware the rook was hanging like the whole time, and I'm thinking he's like a genius. That's a great idea. How are we gonna deal with this cheesy noob? He lost to Ruslan. He lost to me. But he beat me. He beat Asterbait. He beat Al Shakmat. Nefshad was 2-0. Look out. And he's rated 1999. Maybe I'll have a bear. Play some Red Dead Redemption poker later. Since I'm not going to be going anywhere tonight. I have 4 kinds of alcohol, right, in my house. There's bears, blonde bears, regular vodka, melon vodka, and Transylvanian palinka, homemade palinka, which is like devastating. Choosy Neeb. But I don't want to be drinking hard alcohol. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a bear. Not early, but if it's in the AM, it's early. Mad NPC. Oh, we're not gonna start that again. I'm gonna go with that you didn't cheat, Mad NPC, but you're very lucky with your rating level to beat me twice. Let's not talk about it too much. You'll just lose the next 6 games normally, and we'll just pretend nothing happened. I'm going to assume that you didn't cheat, but let's not talk about that now. I unblocked you because I thought I was probably wrong about thinking that you cheated, but there were still some very strong moves. Like the way you hammered out like h4, rook g4, bishop takes g7 check. Let's just not go there, okay? Not during this stream. We don't need to discuss it in the stream. It's alright. I had enough doubts about, you know, being suspicious of you that I unblocked you. But I'm not going to discuss it. I'm in a good mood now. Alright, bear time. Cheesy bear. I don't have any good bear, but I have Bex, which is like a not bad bear. The store that's near my apartment, they don't have much beer. They have like cheap Hungarian beer. The Dreher seems like it's gotten worse. It used to be like a decent bear, but mass produced. So I had to start drinking. If I buy something downstairs, I have to buy a Bex. It's the only like drinkable beer in the store. Can I do bishop g4 here? I mean, is there any reason why that's not good? Bishop g4, knight c3. Should be okay. What kind of bear do you prefer? But e6 is old school. This is my game with John M's last year. Okay, this Greek is some... knight on c6, though, blocks this bishop from coming out that way. This is, yeah, this is a dangerous line, actually. To be honest. I didn't realize I was playing a 2300. We'll transpose back into main line. I lost and won some games here. I don't think it's the greatest line for black, honestly. So M's played like knight b5, queen d8, that old standard thing. Knight b5, queen d8, bishop f4, knight d5, bishop g3, a6, bishop c4, he takes b, bishop takes d5. Yellen? Oh, wait. That's Serbian. Okay. You know what? I've not been to Serbia for a long time. I was in Croatia last year, though. Well, this year, even. It seems like last year. It was so long ago. So I probably remember some Croatian beers. Yeah. But they probably have better beer than Hungary. Hungary's terrible for beer. It's funny, too. Like, you would think, like, Hungary would have better beers, because it was part of the Habsburg monarchy. Why doesn't Hungary have any good beer? It's awful. The Dreher was created in the 1800s by a Austrian brewer named Anton Dreher. I'm not sure about his if he was Hungarian or German or what, you know. So they have this brewery in Italy with the same name, and Hungarians think that it's Hungarian. The Italians think it's like an Italian beer, but it's really from... Anyway, it's terrible now. I think it was better before. So there's basically no good beer in Hungary. I mean, it's not a country known for its beer. We have good wine. No, food, wine, palinka is very good. Beer, still, I mean, you know, being on the border of you know, the German Empire, you know, it's hard to believe that the beer didn't progress to a little bit of a better level. You know what I mean? If you think about how good Czech beer is, and it's not that far away, and I mean, Slovakia is right next door. Austria has good beers. Hungary just never got into it. Dreher used to be better, but I feel like it's gotten mass-produced and it's worse now. I can't even drink it. It tastes horrible. But maybe it depends if you buy it in a bottle or in a can. The can is the worst. Blame it on the communists. True. Well, it's a good thing, you know. Munich was always part of the West Germany. So, communists couldn't mess up German beer. Yeah, probably like East Germany doesn't have as good beer, I would assume. But then again, like Prague survived. But I imagine the brewing tradition in Prague is like ancient. Well, the Czech Republic, whatever. Anyway. I'm reduced to drinking Beck's, which is a mass-produced German beer. That's the best I can get downstairs, sadly. We like Belgian beer. Right, Nefidov? Unfortunately, there's no store like near my house where I can get any good beer. My other apartment, on the other hand, had great beer. There were lots of places I could find great beer. It sucks, you know. There's no good beer place to buy beer. I had tons of these like beer stores downtown when I was living closer to the center. Dude, it's like drinking sugar. The Dreher. I've got a Beck's here. It's okay. It's drinkable. I mean, Germany has some beer purity laws. I don't know what they put in the Hungarian beer. It's horrible. Tastes like Heineken. I think Heineken's a lot worse than it used to be too. It's like drinking sugar. I hate these like sweet mass-produced beers. Heineken is like a good example. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine Serbia doesn't have a great tradition for beer either, but it's not the same as Hungary. Hungary has a lot of different influences. Serbia is a totally separate country historically. Maybe you guys have better beer, I don't know. But Serbia, like Hungary, is also more into Palinka, you know, Rakia or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, cheers. I need a beer glass. We'll be right back. Mass-produced bears. Where's Kellart's time? What did he do? Where did his time go? But he's very good at like playing quick. He's very good at playing quick when he's low. We had similar game against Strapunski. Oh, bishop f4. My queen is trapped. That's what he's planning. Okay. Okay. Well, I tried this plan once against Vida Levente, and I lost. This plan being like developing with like rook d8, bishop d7, trying to play like bishop e8. I lost to Levente like 10 years ago, maybe more. And then I gave it up. I have a terrible score against the C3 Sicilian. Does anyone make craft beer? Oh yeah, they're craft beer places. I think they make craft beer everywhere now. Yeah, no, there are. I never really... Well, Nefedov took me to some chain one, you know. But there's a lot of craft beer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a totally different... you know, totally different world now. Alright. Yes, absolutely. I'm a traditionalist. Anyway, Levente beat me in this, and he was like an expert on the C3 Sicilian. I tried two different ways. I tried to play with like the more traditional b6, bishop b7. I lost that too. I guess it just wasn't well enough prepared. Because I beat Strapunski once. But Strapunski's not Vida Levente. Strapunski's problem is that he's not a C3 Sicilian expert, you know. He plays on TV, but, you know, when you're an expert in an opening, it's one thing to be a grandmaster, but it's another thing to be, like, a specialist in certain openings, you know. Some grandmasters, they just, like, play different stuff. But Vida is a guy who, he religiously played the C3 Sicilian. Like, some people like Gudena at the World Senior, still playing it. My opponent, who had a crushing position against me, uh, whose name always I space out on. These Italian guys have similar names. What's his name? Bellini. Because there's Bellini, Borgo, Bellia. Bellia and Bellini really bothers me. That I get confused by, though they look completely different. One looks like an old Fabiano Caruana. That's Bellia. Bellini's like bigger. Anyway, these guys played the C3 Sicilian. I had a terrible position in round 9 of the World Senior. If you go on ChessBase and you do like a player profile, the worst opening for me is the C3 Sicilian. But I think that's probably the case with a lot of people. You know, it's not just me. I mean, the Sicilian C3 Sicilian is really annoying. It's a good system and it's fairly easy to play. And I think it frustrates a lot of Sicilian players. So even this Bex is, I want to say it's like a tiny bit on the sweet side, but not that bad. It's drinkable. Yeah. So how bad is this? Bro, what am I going to do? Am I lost yet? Well, this looks like a disaster, dude. Is it just me, or is this a disaster? Aha. The secret is to not give up the open file. Okay. I still lose a pawn, right? It's like playing a computer, dude. Doesn't take the pawn. I think we can hold. This is what this guy does. I don't know. I guess he's not particularly strong in endgames. But he lets the clock run down and then plays really well after that. This is a draw. I'm just going to offer a draw. He had a chance to win a pawn and didn't take it. You know, are you serious? You once tried Budweiser. Well, I mean, the Czech Budweiser, the real Budweiser, is an excellent beer, you know. American Budweiser, yeah, it's like water. Very watery, weak kind of beer. Very, very carbonated. I mean, I haven't had an American Budweiser in years. American one, yeah, exactly. So that was like, Cheesy Noob still in first place. It's hard to get points in this tournament, damn. I had a real problem. I lost, and then I won, and then I drew again. Now I'm screwed. Performance 2330. Coors Light, yeah, no, I mean, Europe doesn't have light beers. People, you know, it's weird. That's an American thing. You know, I guess if you're going to drink beer, I mean, just accept the fact that it makes you fat. I don't know. It's weird to drink beer and expect, you know, to not have it, like, be fattening. Alright. American beer and exclusively, I mean, you know, light beer or an extremely American thing. I always tell that story, though, about when I was in college and my roommate was like health conscious and he discovered like Amstel Light. It wasn't that bad. The Amstel Light is like the only good light beer. Well, no, yeah, it's like diabetic like cakes and stuff. I was at poker the other night and a friend of mine who's like a rock star, I guess he had problems with alcohol at some point, and so he quit drinking. And he's a celebrity, but he doesn't drink alcohol, so he drinks like alcohol-free beer when we play poker, and uh, it's just kind of, I've tried it. It's horrible. I think it'd be better to just like not drink anything. Like seriously, you feel like you're drinking beer, but it's almost worse. The alcohol-free beer. I guess they're getting better at making alcohol-free beer taste like it's normal beer. All right. Two-hour arena. 35 minutes left. Now, if you're not in the tournament. Oh, Shocky joined. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Not Cheesy Noob again. All right, I'm berserking. Now it's time for revenge. Yeah, I've seen this type of setup before. I wonder about pawn takes. Not in this case. Yeah, my white squares are really sketchy. This is a good setup by white. You guys think Cheesy Noob has like multiple personality disorder? He plays like different things, or he just... Sometimes he's taking his medication and sometimes he's not. Looks like playing the Dutch against him was a very bad idea. This is an excellent setup for him. Where's the fire? Yeah, he's playing like Roman would have played with white. Now maybe like some mistakes finally. What? That's totally random. It's like, it feels very like all, I don't know how to explain it. Cheesy Noob's all like routine and no concrete. Ooh, that's a scary move. All routine and no concrete. If that makes sense. Wow. What's my threat? I don't have a threat. He's all routine and no concrete. Terrible opening by me. Like the worst Dutch ever. This is the kind of line, like, you gotta know what you're doing. What he did with Queen C3, Queen C2, all that crap makes perfect sense here. Normally his setup is sort of stupid. But this actually is one exception where it completely makes sense. In fact, I even tried to do that against a Lichess once. I played like a very early C3 and Queen C2. And it really makes sense against the Leningrad Dutch type of setup. H5's hanging. I just realized. Oh. You just stay there. Right where you are. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Can I just borrow this? He's getting away. Oh, he's getting away. He's getting away. He's escaping. Alright. Why is he thinking now? Seems like a strange moment to start thinking. Is he losing on purpose? I mean, he was thinking on king b2. That's like literally the only move on the board. Oh my gosh. Oh no, he's trading queens. Don't do that. I don't know about endgames with Cheesy Noob. I don't think endgames are his thing. Yeah. Though I have lost the odd endgame. I guess I'm gonna have to take that pawn. He's still in first place, and it's gonna be hard to catch him. All I could do was slow him down. You're not playing 1-0. No, I tried to help Astrobate listen. He doesn't listen. I don't know why. I don't know why. He can't use his time normally. He refuses to use his time. I don't know why. I think he has the clock turned off. He doesn't look at the clock. Maybe he's never lost on time. Unless it was by forfeit. What a horrible game against Cheesy Noob, man. I was so lost in the opening. God. Look at that. I was -2. This is a total disaster. What did I do wrong? Already I did something wrong. That's weird. Very few games here. It's a Tory attack against the Dutch. And oddly enough, only like 5 games. It's crazy. So d6 looks like a mistake. What am I supposed to do? Castle? Then they'll go h4. That's weird how few games there are. I don't think you guys could see that. I was on another window. But I was just checking my opening with Cheesy Noob, and oddly, like, there are hardly any examples of what he did, you know? Like playing the Tory attack against the Leningrad Dutch. It makes a lot of sense, though. You trade the bishop off on f6, giving you better control of e4 and the white squares in general. Then you go like c3, bishop d3, queen c2, e4. It makes complete sense. Dutch, not a good choice against Cheesy Noob. Miles, performance rating 2394. Sparklehorse 2373. Emperor Harry with a 2000 performance rating. Cheesy Noob just plays more games. Jules Bloss says, hi Slaggy. Hi guys. So we have 26 minutes left. It's a short tournament. I didn't want to go too late. I thought I would get called into the office, the poker office, but no. I'm free tonight. Now I feel with another win. Taking out Asterbate. He's intimidated by people. He's intimidated by Nefedov. He started off with a forfeit, a win, another win. Nice mate against Emperor Harry, by the way. And then all fell apart after a loss to Cheesy Noob. He went on tilt. A lot of red there. There's blood in the water. Asterbate is weak. He got chewed up by those sharks. Once he starts losing. Returning chatter? What? Reducey is here. Oh no. This guy, he's 2300 and he just came on and I get paired with him? Well, that's great. Cheesy Noob has 25 points already. I guess my goal is to finish third. No chance of winning. I guess if you want to win this, you have to berserk from the beginning. Beginning from the beginning. Chat pause due to scroll. You know how much I hate that? The chat pause due to scroll. Ah. Funny enough, we had that the other day. Knight a3, a6 is 0.1 advantage to black. That's shocking. That was something the engine said literally the other day. I can't believe it. After knight a3, a6, black is a tiny bit better. And so white should play e3. Or Nigel Davies says e4. I gave up playing the red e proper a long time ago. Okay. Somebody had a game like this recently. I think the name was Asterbate. We looked at this, and Asterbate didn't do what he's supposed to do here. He played a strange move, knight c3. That's interesting, but it's not the best move. You should attack the base of the pawn chain. Not with a knight, with the pawn. Asterbate played knight c3 there, and that's like a weird move that no one's ever played before. It's actually not so bad. Now, I'm trying to remember. Take knight b5. Take knight e5. Wow, this is a very, very unusual line by black. Knight d4. What do you do against knight d4? You have to play e5 there. That's a strong move. Or is it? Oh my gosh, that's weird. I just thought of something crazy. You only live once. Well, that's what they say anyway. Do we only live once? Unfortunately, I can't remember what the computer said when I was looking at this with Asterbate, but this is an interesting move. Hyper-modern cheese. But Redusa, 2290? I didn't know you played the Queen's Gambit Accepted. You guys keep surprising me with these openings. I mean, didn't Reduce always play the King's Indian? Where does this Queen's Gambit Accepted come from? Think. Queen b6. Wow. So what do? I have no idea what I'm doing now. Oh, what would Magnus Carlsen do? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trusting this for black. There's this book of First Saturday combinations that I have that was collected by the organizer of the First Saturday tournaments. And Magnus played it once or twice here in Budapest on the First Saturday when he was a kid. And there was one game he had against a German guy that's in the book. It was kind of similar to this. He ripped the guy apart with white in some weird Slav-like opening like this, where black's queen was on b6 very early, and Magnus sacked a piece and just killed him instantly. It's like a miniature. Very similar to this. This looks bad. I think black's done already. But I was expecting, e5. And I thought you would sack the exchange. It might be interesting. e5, knight takes b5, c takes b5, queen f3. I win the rook on a8. But maybe you can trap my queen or try to get some compensation. Bishop d7. Well, I mean, I've got moves now. Lots of possibilities. Queen f3. Bishop c6. Seriously? Knight takes c6. Knight takes c6. That works? That seriously works? That's crazy, bro. There, knight b4. Oh my god. Rook c8. Knight takes. There's got to be a clearer way to do this. Knight b5, knight d5. Knight c6, knight b5. Bishop c6, knight c6. Knight d5, queen b7. Knight d5, queen b7. There's some crazy shit here. Knight d5, queen b7, knight b5. That's just ridiculous. No way that's working. Why would anyone want to play like this with black? Why would you want to do that, you know? Crazy. I could play b3, at 1,000,000 points, but I don't know when it would be good. b3 is not very forcing. It's not a very macho kind of move. I looked at knight d5. Knight d5. Knight d5, queen b7, knight b4. Then I missed a move. There. Which is really annoying. Craziness. This is extremely unnatural. Rook a6. Just because I can. No way. Yeah, but rook a6 is just fancy chess syndrome. I have a weird idea. could this position happen? You know, that's like crazy. Cheesy Noob just crushing the tournament. Amazing player. He was clearly from another planet. Or is. I was thinking in terms of the Grand Prix. Yeah. The World Cup. How much of the young grandmasters really care about, like, playing beautiful chess, or... I wonder. Rook c8. Yeah, this is the move I expected. Bishop e2 was an afterthought. I thought I would play b3 or something. Interesting position, though. Can I have my pawn back? White squares versus dark squares. Oh, man. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, my knight's attacked. Great. Knight a6. So if knight a6, you have an answer. I see. Uh-huh. This is wild. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Very strange. Very strange. Everything just balances out. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's a small world. Like how he's thinking there. What's he thinking about? You had a lot of options. Seems like a weird moment to think. Alright. Check. You still have something. Your Ruin is here. Welcome back. Sack Draw, Shucky. A lot of the old regulars. But you know, a lot of people playing, they're not involved in the chat. I don't know how to get more people incorporated into our chat room. We need like little games to play. Like bingo or whatever. Online bingo. Sports betting. Knight h6. I love that. That totally makes sense. Good thing you can't oppose the A file. I'm still better. Wow. I'm finding it hard to develop my bishop. Have you noticed that? Okay. Yeah. All right. F5. Why F5? Why F5 in particular? You just want to play like G5 and get a little extra momentum going? It's a crazy game. Chat is just frozen though. I feel like chat is stuck on like 3 hours ago. You're trapping my bishop with e4? That's crazy. White squares. This is your chance to go for the A file. Sorry, you're eating ice. We all love ICE. I have a left-leaning stream. Yeah. Alright. Ice. Rook takes b5. Ooh, that's a pawn. That's a free pawn. Ice is delicious. You know what, though? It seems like he wanted me to do that. Oddly enough. My rooks are very awkward. Wait a minute. You can survive that too? You can survive a nuclear attack. This is crazy. The guy could literally survive a nuclear attack. That's wild. Oh my god. Not this, not like Kellart. Oh no, not playing for time. Oh no, here we go again. He loves this. Lives for playing for time. Just check. Any check. It might be mate. Wow, another genius move. How does he find all these moves? It's unbelievable. It looks like a draw. Very drawish now. Okay. I think I'm still winning, but it's not so easy. I can't believe how many mistakes we have. My god. Look at that. Wow. That's crazy. Cheesy noob. Though Miles is caught up. Miles totally caught up. He's one point out, and I'm in third. Oh no, Kellart's gonna steal third. You're kidding me. Guys, just freeze Kellart. He's not playing. Don't let Kellart win. Just hold him. Hug him. Close. I want to get on the podium. But I couldn't do it the World Senior. What a stupid way to lose to Michalowski in the last round of the World Senior. Alright. You know what I was thinking about my World Senior, Mr. Coffee? I had a lost position in like 8 out of 11 games at some point. I don't think I've ever had a tournament where that was the case. That's crazy. How do you get a lost position in 8 out of 11 games and finish with 7.5 points out of 11? Okay, like the first round, I was lost for one move. Kellart, great. Well, at least my fate is in my own hands. Not the C3 Sicilian again, man. I don't think I've ever had a tournament where I had a lost position in like 80% of my games. That's... I don't really play, you know, crazy chess too much. I was completely lost against Bellini. I didn't know how lost I was. Okay, that's the standard bullshit. sort of counterattack that you're playing against a human. You know, you see these guys, top grandmasters, fail to win +3 positions all the time. Keller, you have a really boring repertoire, man. You play the C3 Sicilian and the 4 knights. Dude, that's brutal. I would just want to quit. Alright, 4 knights isn't so bad. The C3 Sicilian's hard, man. This guy's painful to play against. No fun. You can't have any fun. He has like a very annoying repertoire. He likes to make his opponents suffer. The Hare Krishna defense. I don't know what I'm doing. Man, there was some weird game at the World Senior. Somebody played Bishop D6. There was this old guy at the Boylston Chess Club who used to do stuff like that. He had issues. D4, okay. So what do I do? You're opening it up. It would be good to know what I'm doing now. Okay, knight takes e4. Do I have a Greek gift sacrifice? No. Knight g4. Hey, knight g4, it's like an accelerated dragon. This is interesting. What am I supposed to do? Bishop e5 seems too slow. Seriously. Would be nice to know what I'm supposed to do here. Can always take. Yeah, I guess. It seems like white is better, doesn't it? In that instance. Bishop e5, knight f5 is what bothers me, but maybe it shouldn't. You know, maybe I have play there. Can I try this? I dismissed this thinking that it was automatically scary, but maybe you have to be willing to die, you know? So, I mean... But the thing is, Mr. Coffee, honestly, I don't play that Swiss system style too much. I guess maybe when you're Alexander Shabalov and you're dominating like Swiss tournaments in the 90s, he probably had a lot of lost positions when he won the World Open or something, you know? You gotta gamble. I mean, I was gambling a little bit. Totally different from what I would normally do in a round robin or something. And I got a prize in the end. My time management was better than it has been. And I was never really worse on time in too many games, which played a big role because, like, against Bellini, I mean, you know, I'm lost if I have less time. People are human. That's their disadvantage, really. Yeah, I did better on time. I think that made a huge difference. And I have to admit, I made a conscious effort to do that. The other thing that helps is not playing in the morning, you know. My brain is like fogged. If I play in the Hungarian Team Championship in the morning, I'm much more likely to get in time pressure. Thanks, Miles. Good job. Second place? Go nearly first. It was a short tournament for this time control. I probably should have made it 2.5 hours. Kellard is stalling. Oh, Nefyudov could crash the party. Alright, so he didn't do it. Now what do I do? Just take and play d6 like a wuss? I guess. You know, the scary move there was knight f5. We'll have to contact Kantala Hare Krishna to find out how you're actually supposed to play this for black, because I have no clue. You actually got first. Wow, how did you do that? My tournament, like, didn't update. Why is it so behind? Like, that happens sometimes. We've had that happen before. Congratulations. That's affected my results in the past. Thinking something that wasn't, yeah, really there. Alright. So Kellart and I will remain in the same places where we were. Keller art. I want to play chess, but there's no tournaments in like Budapest at all, you know, except for these stupid round robins. That, you know, there's no good rapids. There's tournaments in like all weird, obscure places. Some village, you know, middle of nowhere. I'd like to play chess more. We've got a team match on the 23rd, but it's the morning. I hate mornings. I really am not that excited to play, to be honest. Maybe I don't have to play. Like, I have to take a round off at some point. Everyone has to have a round off on our team. They can't pay for every single round, so maybe I'll ask them to not play on the 23rd. I wonder if I can get black every single round in the Hungarian Team Championship. I'm 2 for 2 so far. If you're lucky and you're like board 6 and they keep moving, you know, different people don't play, you could probably play black every single round. Okay, a4, good move, right? We're playing, I don't know, it looks like this game could easily be like Schlechter, Lasker, 1904. Very classical kind of opening. Congratulations to Miles for winning. I think that's the first time he's won one of these. Cheesy Noob dominated the whole time, and you snuck past him. I'm third. Didn't really make an effort to berserk. Kellart fourth. Nefidov fifth. Empor Harry sixth. Shaki seventh. Entering late. It was Shakmat, Ruslan, and Asterbate getting 10th place. Good job, man. Asterbate in 10th place, finishing ahead of famous players like Sack Draw, Eroan, and Mr. Slow. Nice job. Asterbate. So here I'd like to be able to click on the cross table. That was what I was talking about at the beginning. While I'm playing my game, I'd like to be able to click on the cross table on the same screen and see like Miles's, you know, tournament pairings and stuff. That would be a cool feature. Why not? You know, let me click on his name and see his games, and, you know, not see the games themselves, but see the individual results. Tillart uses his time till he gets low in increments, and then he plays really well in the bullet stage, if you call it that. I don't know. Black is slightly worse, I guess. But this is a lame move. He should defend the e4 pawn objectively. This is handing me what appears to be an equal game. What appears, yeah, Nikolevsky. What appears to be a back rank mate. All right. Bishop e6. Yeah, let's play the move I should have played against Mikulewski, right? Oh no, I might lose a pawn. I might lose a pawn. So rook d7? He didn't do it. So now it's a dead draw. What I should have done against Mikulewski, which I didn't do, you know, easy draw. Hindsight is 20/20. It would have been nice to finish 5th in the World Senior, but who cares, ultimately? What you want to do is finish at least 3rd. I had to win. How would I win? How the heck was I going to win? I don't want to trade rooks. What about this king and pawn game? Yuck. You trying to force the trade of rooks? Oh, that's scary. Well, whatever. c4? c4 looks kind of scary. I have rook h5. g4, good luck with that. He's trying to beat me. He's moving all his pawns. Stop trying to beat me. This game doesn't even count. e5 equalizing. It's a draw. This is a draw. Draws are a fact of life. Draw is a draw. Out for a draw. Takes draw. Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just curious about that opening because I want to know if that's a real thing. Do we play perfect game? For an entire Krishna variation? I made it in accuracy. My opponent did not. Suspiciously, my opponent played a perfect game. Well, I don't know, man. There's a hole there. When you play d4, the computer doesn't like it, and it doesn't give you a dubious for that. It doesn't give you an inaccuracy. But there's a big puddle in the middle of the analysis there. Just didn't quite count as an accuracy. Wow, so knight takes d4, and bishop e5 is not my best move. What am I supposed to play? Rook e8. Wow. And it's not even the best move. This is very interesting. I struggled to come up with the best move here for black. And the majority of players played rook e8, and that's also not the best move, amazingly. Black has an unbelievable score in this position. But the best move is apparently knight takes d4. Wow. Knight takes d4, queen takes d4, rook e8, threatening what? Exactly. Black's better. Unbelievable. Interesting. So in the game, can white play knight f5? Oh, I have bishop takes e3. I missed this. That's crazy. And the guy Nyback did what I would have done, which was d5. That's what I was planning on playing. But apparently bishop takes e3 is even better. I'm not sure if you're a computer. I'm sure it is, but scary. Bishop a3, rook e8. This is an interesting line. Anyway. Alright, guys. Thanks for playing. It was a good tournament. Congratulations to Miles and Miasmic with a Miasmic performance of 24-45. I have a 24-25 performance for 3rd place, and Cheesy Noob crushing it with 21-25 in 2nd. Yeah, Cheesy Noob getting a nice win against me, though. So, What's up? Thursday, we're going to do analysis stream. I've got one game so far. This guy's got to stop challenging me randomly. That's annoying. All right. Yeah, you're going to stop challenging me now. That's really annoying. All right, guys. Congratulations to Miles. Thanks for your support. I will be back a little later with the analysis stream on Thursday. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Bye-bye.